Jason Myers to kick off for Seattle.
Here's the kicker, Jason Myers, to get this one started. And off we go from Seattle. Taken about 7 yards deep. And he opts to not bring this one out. The first drive will start at the 25. First carry now for Kareem Hunt. Room here to run. And he takes it all the way down to the 32. Boy, once you get Kareem Hunt in the open field, look out. He's got speed to burn, and he showed off the wheels on that one.
And there's an old chestnut of an expression called getting on your horse. And I hate to use it, but I'm going to right here because it absolutely applies. How about the head of steam he had behind him? He was absolutely galloping downfield. That was something to see.
Hey, alert, 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 alert! Dad.
First carry for Nick Chubb. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards. Back to the 33. 2 yards the loss, second and 12.
Regular.
It's a loss of 2. Brings up second.
Mayfield hands it off to Chubb. And now off to the races down the right side. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Nick Chubb, 33 yards. And the Browns have taken the early lead. So they get the ball on the opening drive. They take it in for the score.
And how about setting the tone right away? Everyone talks about wanting to do that, but you always hear it in every locker room. First 5 minutes of the game, who's going to set the tone? Who's going to take control? Guess who just did?
Well, now on the next drive, when you score that quickly or you're scored that quickly against, probably feel like you need to respond.
Yeah, without a doubt. In other words, you've actually put the pressure even more so on your opponent.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Wilson and the Seahawks take over now, 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. This is the Oklahoma State alum, Chris Carson. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. B.J. Goodson there on the tackle.
2nd and 6.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
Watch tight. Tight ends right.
Wilson. They'll roll him out right. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them. And I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
And that will be incomplete.
As a defensive back, you have some weapons at your disposal that we don't often talk about. And you can read the receiver's eyes, you can read his hands, and you know that the arrival of the ball is imminent. And that allows you to make a play on it and oftentimes knock it away.
Yeah, this punt will go out of bounds. I think it'll be inside the 25, and it will. Right at the 24-yard line is where they'll spot it. The Browns drive about to get started. They'll be looking to duplicate that first drive, the one that got them that 7-0 lead.
Of course they would. And look, they're on the road. So getting the 7-0 lead was huge for them, right? Imagine getting up 2 touchdowns on the road, taking the crowd out of the game. It'd be ideal.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
At the 22-yard line.
And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. 12 yards there and a first down. Seemed like a couple sets of eyes were on the quarterback, so he decided, hey, I'm going to hand this off. Got a good gain out of it.
And you know you need good blocking up front in order to gain yardage, but every one of these RPOs, if you do it right and they look the same, whether it's handed off inside or the quarterback keeps it, that allows you to fool the defense so often. And in this case, fooled them with the inside run.
From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10.
Kings! Pistol. Real.
Watch the twist. Watch twist. Watch twist. Watch twist. Twist. Twist.
A run for Nick Chubb. And he'll get 2, maybe 3 up near the 37.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain considering the blitz that they just had against them.
Set. 180.
Check. Watch 54. Watch 54. Bring it.
Hurry. Regular. Done.
On third down, Mayfield. And it falls incomplete after almost being intercepted. A pick there would have been great. The good news for the defense now, it's 4th down.
It's now 4th down.
Set. 180. Hey, alert 33.
Watch a slant. Watch a slant. Watch a slant. Mike's 54. Mike's 54.
Pistol.
Let's go.
One.
They're indeed going. It's Mayfield. He'll let it go deep for Beckham. And this will be caught at the 30. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. 4th down conversion plays, you usually think 1, 2, 3 yards, maybe 10. Not there. What a huge pickup as the Sticks make a drastic shift forward. So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 25-yard line. Now they return to the ground game with Chubb. And he's going to take this one down to about the 23-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 8.
On the ground, it's Chubb. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. The pickup goes for 13 and sets him up 1st and goal. Well, they're making a real first-quarter statement with a run game, no doubt.
For those who remember old-school football, running it, establishing things, seeing backs find holes, get through them, they got to like what they're seeing from this unit so far. Right now, they've decided to, as you've said, establish the run game, and they've been successful doing it.
And now with the play clock getting down, Kevin Stefanski going to take a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10.
Check 24.
Regular.
They'll run with Chubb. And the Browns are going to have a 1st and goal forthcoming as it takes this down to about the 5-yard line.
Griffin on the tackle. A gain of 5.
Alert!
Brings up 2nd and goal on the Seahawks 5-yard line.
Now Chubb. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. Call it a gain of a yard as they get a little bit closer here. It's 3rd and goal. 3rd and goal. They're going with Chubb. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Nick Chubb with his 2nd touchdown in this opening quarter. And the Browns are going to tack on to their advantage. And it's good, and they have jumped out here to a quick 14-0 first quarter lead.
Seahawks nothing.
Now after the score, it's Parkey on to kick it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They've been outplayed early, no question. Down 14-0 already as they come up 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Wilson. That one's going to be complete to David Moore. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33.
Get that ball, D. Let's get that ball right here.
Left hash.
It's our time, guys.
Here's Wilson. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
They went with a dime look on defense, 2 extra defensive backs on the field, and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
And he's got daylight. It's a foot race.
Get off the field.
All the way in, touchdown Seattle. Chris Carson, 67 yards. And the Seahawks have made this a one-score game.
Well, CD, I mean, there are touchdown runs, and then there are touchdown runs, and that one certainly fell into the latter category. That deserves a couple exclamation points.
And this is a play defensively where you're just looking around and saying, what was that? What just happened? You're looking at your teammates, they're looking at you. And let's face it, your defensive coordinator, he's not going to tip his cap to him. That's not how football works. But he probably should have after that run. That was absolutely sensational.
And he covered a lot of ground on that one, as evidenced by the final total there on Next Gen Stats.
The Browns take over 1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
And that's what I'd like to see out of this defense, a little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them. They did do a nice job there, forcing a loss on that play.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. They're 2nd and 12. They go play action. Mayfield. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Well, you most certainly don't want to go 3 and out here and give the football right back, because your friend, Old Momentum, he's wondering if he should change sidelines about right now. And if you don't convert here, guess what? He's going to make the trek to the opposite side, and all of a sudden, you've got a battle on your hands.
Mayfield on play action. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by DJ Reed. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
That was a nice catch, and not by the guy you thought it was going to be. How about the defender turning into an offensive player as soon as the ball hits his hands, and off he goes, off to the races, and into the end zone.
Now Myers for the extra point. And we've got a good one brewing. We're all knotted up at 14.
That ties the game at 14.
This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled it to 15.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these teams, special teams coaches, with a head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive. Almost what we call the green light, red light thing. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
On 2nd and 9, Mayfield escaping the pressure right. He'll try and run it. Now Mayfield lost the football, and the Seahawks have picked it up. And he will take this down to the 10-yard line. You think about it, Charles, this is not a quarterback that's used to running the football a lot, and that time he was loose with it, had it knocked free.
He always has to think to himself that there's always going to be traffic around because of what you just said. Not that elusive, not going to get into the open field very often. Remember, he's not Lamar Jackson, not Michael Vick back in the day. Always has to protect the football because there's always going to be people around.
Only a yard on the pickup there, 2nd and goal. Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there. And if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the first battle. Keep coming after them. Put the pressure on.
And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. Chris Carson with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Seahawks have taken the lead.
The extra point is
CD for them. This has just been an offensive explosion here in the second quarter.
Yeah, held scoreless in the first quarter. Now they find the end zone again here in the second. Sometimes you just have to have some patience. A lot of people think it's always an adjustment. You have to change what you're doing. Sometimes you just have to do your game plan just a little bit better. And I think that's part of what we're seeing here.
And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty possessions. Some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, punt the ball away, get yourself set to play defense. But when you turn it over, it changes momentum. And when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You better be, because otherwise, it's going to be a long day for you.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Mayfield. And he completes it to Hunt. He'll have a first down past the 40. He's at the 40. The 20. 10. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Kareem Hunt. 74 yards. And the Browns are within an extra point of tying this thing up. For as big and strong as some of these guys are, especially when you see them in full pads, it is sometimes hard to appreciate how truly fast they can move. That was incredible. He's got it, and we're all tied at 21.
That ties the game at 21 apiece. Cody Parkey set to kick.
A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. We have witnessed touchdowns on back-to-back drives. We'll see if the offense can continue this uptick here.
And I know you're looking at me funny. You're wondering when I'm going to get upset watching these guys go up and downfield, aren't you?
I wasn't looking at you. I got something in my eye.
That's the excuse that you always use for something like that. Listen, I appreciate good offensive football as much as the next person. When it's played well and is skillful, I'm with it. And right now, this is exciting.
Oh, the defender likes it.
Here I come again. Here I come again.
Now Wilson on first down. And this is caught. It's Greg Olsen. And he's got this to the 30 before being taken down. And 22 more yards there and another first down.
1st and 10 at the
second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. A reminder coming up here at halftime. We'll ship you off to Orlando. Jonathan Coachman will have first-half highlights and analysis from a back-and-forth first half that we've seen. And this is going to be caught. He won the fight for the football. 2 chunk plays in a row. The last one was over 20 yards, and so is this one. So 3 plays, already 1st and goal, and they are wasting little time. Again, Wilson. That's complete into the hands of Wilson. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. It'll go as a loss on the play. Not what you need down here. It's going to be 2nd and goal. Well, they try to swing it out left into the flat, complete, but really nice open field tackling.
And they played that one like a great boxer. They were on their toes on that one. They weren't back on their heels reacting to the play. No, they saw it, came right for it, and made a nice tackle for lost yardage.
Now it's Carson. And he will not be denied. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Seahawks. Chris Carson on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Seahawks are going to take the lead.
no good. Jason Myers to kick off for Seattle.
So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. That's fielded on the back line of the end zone. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you've got to figure, if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk, this is a big decision here.
Line of scrimmage to 37 on 1st and 10.
I know he ain't got it. 25.
Pistol.
And now Mayfield on the bootleg. That's out to Chubb, complete. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. 23 yards, the final tally.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. So on 2nd down, the field goal unit is on here as they try to get 3 before half. From the right hash, this from 53. And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe. So a big play before the end of the half to get him into this spot, and they cash in with 3.
How about the 1-2 to the solar plexus on that one? The big play, the field goal, not much time left on the clock. That's the way to go into the half.
So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3.
Cody Parkey set to kick off.
Both these offenses have been in fine form. What will the second half bring us as we are underway in quarter 3? And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the 3rd quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
Let's see if they do just that. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Carson. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 12 yards there and a 1st down.
Good job right there. Good job right there.
1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
They run the counter. Carson. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another 1st down.
Seahawks. 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
380.
Here we go. Tight left. 4 down.
Now they'll throw it with Wilson. This one into the hands of Metcalf. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Just his 2nd catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains. They couldn't ask for much more to this point in the second half. A gorgeous day, 1-score game. 1st and 10 here. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. That's good for 28 yards. So the defense blitzed. A nice job picking that up, completing the pass.
And how in sync was the quarterback in his center on that play? They saw the blitz. Made the appropriate calls, got the line engaged because now they know there are going to be extra guys coming at the quarterback, so they got their assignments.
And he will take this one in for the Seattle touchdown. Punching it in from a yard away. And the Seahawks add on to their lead. Circle that drive because that might be one to remember. Well executed to give them a little cushion.
Well, let's take it into the boxing ring. You talk about them commanding it, keeping the fight where they wanted to, whether it was in the center of the ring or putting them on the ropes because it was jab, jab, jab. And finally, the haymaker to put that drive away.
24. Jason Myers to kick off for Seattle.
And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away.
Fielded near the back of the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
The Browns take over 1st and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. They trail offense first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
We'll see what they have up their sleeve. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
I'm here all day.
Mike 50, Mike 50.
From the gun, Mayfield. Over the middle to Beckham. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's a gain of 10, and the Browns are going to get a first down.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
And not much there at all. Maybe a yard up to the 43. Defensively, a solid response after giving up back-to-back first downs.
At the 43-yard line.
On 2nd and 9, Mayfield. The intended receiver was Rashard Higgins, but now it's 3rd down.
Just work with me a second here because in my lifetime, seeing how quarterback percentages have changed in throwing the football, I mean, back in the good old days, if you were around 50%, you were doing okay. But now, you need to be 65 to 70% to be considered an elite quarterback. And in this ball game, I feel like we're playing old school, right around 50%.
Yeah, he's under 50%. He needs to start hitting more targets. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. They'll get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues.
20. Hey, alert, 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 alert. What's up?
Running with Hunt here out of the shotgun. And he's going to be stopped up at about the 47-yard line. It was Jaron Reed who got him down.
Hey, alert, 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 alert.
A gain of 2. Brings up 2nd and 8.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Mayfield flush to his right. He's going to take off with it. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down.
A gain of 11 on the play. And a Browns first down.
180.
And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
180. Alert, 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 alert.
Mike's 54. Mike's 54.
Man out.
A first down throw from Mayfield. He'll get this to Chubb out of the backfield. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards.
At the 28-yard line.
Chubb. And he's going to get this pretty close to a first down as the tackle is made at the Seahawks 21.
Made at the 21-yard line. It's a gain
Regular,
of 6.
regular, regular.
First down, Browns.
First down, Mayfield. And he gets it to his running back, Nick Chubb. And able to get this down inside the 15, either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds. It'll be a gain of 8 yards, and it's a second down.
180! Regular! Watch out!
On the carry, it's Chubb. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
Hey, alert!
First down.
Hey, alert 33. Watch out!
Mayfield. This will be caught at about the 6.
Mayfield.
And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6.
Alert!
They'll contain him to just 4. Second down.
At the 6-yard line.
And off comes to Chubb. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. A 6-yard touchdown run. And the Browns have cut it back within a score. So he's in for his 3rd score of the game, and defense probably saying, man, we don't want to see this guy for a long time.
It's bad enough when anyone scores a touchdown against you, but for one person to get 3, it almost sets him apart from the rest of the game, and no one likes to see any of those players on a pedestal, not from the defensive point of view.
And this is caught. So they took a chance, but they are back within a single point here in the 4th. Now after the score, it's Parkey on to kick it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And they will be looking to answer the touchdown their defense just surrendered. Still a good chunk of time remaining here in the 4th quarter and a chance to regain the lead in a tight one. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. That'll wind up a gain of 27 on the catch and run.
Quarterbacks love slant routes because the receivers are breaking right into their line of vision, and receivers love them as well because they're getting the ball on the move and able to catch it and try and get upfield and gain additional yardage.
Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. 3 yards the gain there, second down.
Well, the strategy was evident there. Get it to your tight end and make it a one-on-one play with cornerback. Who's usually going to win that one?
The tight end, but not there.
Not in this situation. How about the corner defeating that logic and making a really nice tackle?
And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. Give him 14 on that one and a first down. And carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out. Normally being a big-bodied receiver plays to their advantage downfield. Go up and make the catch, take the hit, and pick up yardage. But in this case, the hit was timed really well and popped it free from his grasp.
And now a throw here secured by his running back out of the backfield. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it could turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
Open man is Metcalf. He's got it. And he is going to have a Seahawks first down as he's able to get 8 yards there on 3rd and 5. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10.
93's the mic. 93's the mic. I'm coming after you. Spot that. Friday.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Here's Carson with a catch out of the backfield. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. From 17 yards out. And the Seahawks find a way to stretch their lead. I think it's fair to say there's nothing that gets a crowd to its feet quite like a big play, and that was something special there. Boy, was he moving. Extra point up and through by Myers. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. Taken about 7 yards deep. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
Over first and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started, and they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down.
Browns first down.
Good. 180. Hey, defense.
Now Mayfield. Gets this to Kareem Hunt, his running back. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. Same exact result as last play, a pickup of 11.
Well, they certainly had success throughout this contest, getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another first down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
He's going to let it fly. Got a man that's caught inside the 10. And he is down deep into Seattle territory. A big play that time for Cleveland. 37 yards. Yeah, the Browns are going to have a first and goal as some good running there gets him down to about the 2-yard line, knocking on the door.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still. Gotta like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
They'll run. Here's Janovich, the fullback. He takes it across for the touchdown, and they've taken the lead late in the final minute of the fourth.
Wow. Wow.
Okay, game on. Don't go anywhere yet. You got a one-score game now. Probably going to rely on the onside kick coming up.
Yeah, they have to. It's not a high percentage play, but it's better than not having a chance at all. And that's when you put your leapers and your flyers on one side, get that high hop, and hope that one of the guys can come up with it.
And on the other side, you get that hands team ready.
No doubt about it.
We'll give it to the fullback up the middle. And he gets halfway there, down to the 1-yard line. So nothing fancy there. That was just a fullback dive. Defensively, they were ready for it.
They were, and I think that surprised the guys on offense because handing it to the fullback, well, you don't do that very often, so that's a tendency breaker. And I think they just wanted to say, let's just go straight ahead. As you said, nothing fancy. Everyone move someone out of the way and let the big guy work. Didn't get it done, though.
The Browns drive about to get started. They're down here in a one-score game, but the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences. And this is what they work on every week in practice, usually on a Friday. They go over this type of a situation, late game situation. What are we going to do when we have the opportunity? They've called these plays a bunch of times. Now's their chance to execute them.
They have the opportunity now. Here's the execution. The first down run got 5. Here's second and 5.
Hey, 1-7. Check Mike 54. Mike 54. Ricky. Mike 50.
Mayfield now from the 50. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Carlos Dunlap, the Florida Gator, chucking his way to the quarterback. Eluding the pressure right. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And it's incomplete. So their final drive comes up empty. And with that, the ball game is over. Well, going into the final play of this game,